Hello, my dear students. Please follow the instructions given by the government to fight against COVID-19. Now I am here to teach you the last part of the poem, An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, written by Stephen Spender. Then what is the theme of the poem? Kanan, can you say? Social injustice and class inequalities. In the previous class, we have seen the pathetic situations of the students who are sitting in the classroom. Now move on to the last stanza. All of you take your literature reader, page number 93. Unless governor, inspector, visitor, this mob becomes their window, and these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs break open till they break the town and show the children to green fields and make their world run ashore on gold sands and let their tongues run naked into books. The white and green leaves open history, their whose language is the sun. Now, let's see line by line. Unless governor, inspector, visitor. The poet says that the governor, inspector, visitor, they are the very important people in the society. The poet invokes them to help the poor children to come out of their dirty surroundings. That means they have the power to remove the social injustice and class inequalities. They are expected to remove the social injustice and class inequalities providing in the society. This mob becomes their window, and these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs. What is the meaning of the word catacombs? Catacombs means underground graves. That means they are lying shut like catacombs. They have no other way left to come out of their dirty surroundings. So the poet invokes the governor, inspector and visitor to help them to come out of their dirty surroundings. The children will be able to peep through the window when the difference between the two is a bridge. The map here, map means the world of rich. The poet says that the children will be able to peep through the window when the difference between the two worlds is a bridge. Listen, this map becomes their window, and these windows, then what is the meaning? The children will be able to peep through the window when the difference between the two worlds is a bridge. Break open till they break the town. The poet also invokes the children to break all the barriers and obstacles to come out of their dirty surroundings. The poet invokes the children to break all the barriers and obstacles. That means they should be very bold to break all the barriers and obstacles to come out from their dirty surroundings and show the children to green fields and make their world run ashore on gold sands. That means these children, their world should be extended to the world of green field and gold sands. Their world should be extended to the world of green field and gold sands. That means now they are spending the whole day, all time in that classroom. Their world should also be extended to the world of green field and gold sands. And let their tongue run naked into books. That means they should also enjoy the freedom of acquiring knowledge and freedom of expression. Then many donated items have been pasted. Then there is no quality education. So here the poet says they should also enjoy the freedom of acquiring knowledge and freedom of expression. Let their tongues run naked into books, white and green leaves open. That means let the pages of wisdom open to them, and let their tongue run freely without fear. Now they are afraid. Then the poet invokes them to let their tongue run freely without fear. Then whose language is the sun. Then they can also create history whose language has the power of sun. Then the poet invokes the children to break all the barriers till they come out of their dirty surroundings. They should also enjoy the freedom of acquiring knowledge and freedom of expression. Let the pages of wisdom be open to them, and let their tongue run freely without fear. Then they can also create history whose language has the power of sun. Then what is the meaning of this stanza? The poet invokes the governor, inspector and visitor to help the poor children, because they are the most important people in the society. They have the power to help the children. That means they have the power to remove the social injustice and class inequalities from the society. The children will be able to peep through the window when the difference between the rich and poor is abridged. Their world should be their world should be extended to the world of gold sands and green fields. They should also enjoy the freedom of acquiring knowledge and freedom of expression. Let the pages of wisdom be open to them and let their tongue run freely without fear. Then they can also create history whose language has the power of sun. Then what we have seen today. Gauri, can you say? Listen, through this line the poet says that governor, inspector, visitor, they are the most important people in the society. Through this line the poet invokes them to help the poor children. They have the power, they have most important role in the society to remove the social injustice and class inequalities. The children will be able to peep through the window when the difference between the rich and the poor is abridged. The poet also invokes the children to break all the barriers and obstacles to come out of their dirty surroundings. Their world should be extended to the world of green field and gold sands. They should also enjoy the freedom of acquiring knowledge and freedom of expression. Let the pages of wisdom be open to them and let their tongue run freely without fear. Then they can also create history whose language has the power of sun. Then let's summarize. This poem is an elementary classroom in a slum written by Stephen Spender. He was an English poet and essayist. The theme of this poem is social injustice and class inequalities. The situation of children are really pathetic. They are not able to listen the class well. But many donated items have been pasted on the wall. That means there is no quality education. That means that the poet shows, through these lines, the poet shows his protest against social injustice and class inequalities. That means the world of the rich and the world of the poor. Through the last stanza, the poet says, unlike the governor, inspector and visitor, they are the most important people in the society. They are, as the poet invokes them to help the poor, help the children. They have the power, they have an important role in the society to remove the social injustice and class inequalities. They should also, their world should be extended to the world of green field and gold sands. They should also enjoy the freedom of expression and freedom of acquiring knowledge. They should enjoy the freedom of expression and freedom of acquiring knowledge. Let the pages of wisdom be open to them and let their tongue run freely without fear. Now they are afraid. Then they can also create history whose language has the power of sun. That means governor, inspector and visitor, they are the most important people in the society. The poet invokes them to help these children to come out of the dirty surroundings. He also invokes the children to break all the barriers and obstacles till they come out of the dirty surroundings. They should be able to peep through the window when the difference between the rich and the poor is abridged. They should also enjoy the freedom of acquiring knowledge and freedom of expression. Let the pages of wisdom be open to them and let their tongue run freely without fear. Then they can also create history whose language has the power of sun. Do one thing, all of you read the poem several times. I will send you the notes through WhatsApp. Thank you all.